Hello and welcome once again to more great VFL action in pro football. This week we're at the Western Oval for the all-important clash between Footscray, currently lying 4th in the VFL standings, and the Sydney Swans 2nd. Very important game for both sides, the Sydney Swans wanting to cement the double chance, and Footscray certainly looking to climb even higher on the ladder. Let's take you now to the Western Oval for an absorbing game of football. It's the opening bounce and our commentators are Peter Landy and Lou Richards.
First quarter from the Western Oval, umpire Ian Robinson comes in to start proceedings. Match of the day between the Swans and Footscray. Knocked down by Ironmonger, picked up by Healy. His kick up the half forward. Cordy misses the mark. Chance for Hardy, as Lou said, in rear form, and so is this guy, McLean. High tackle, and the free kick will go back to McLean for one on the shoulder, and he will take that free kick round about the centre half back position. Played an excellent game last week at and against Essendon. Cavett out towards left centre wing. Over the top is Neagle. Hawkins, will he play out there all day? Hawkins trying to get clear. Mark Roberts almost into his back. Picked up by Merv Neagle, very close to the boundary line. Neagle tried to bounce it. I don't think he'll try and do that this afternoon. Ground looks okay. Hardy takes the mark. And/or free kick, whatever.
Very casual then, Pete, wasn't he?
But he always is, Lou.
That's right.
Always seems to have plenty of time to dispose of the ball properly. Ironmonger up one-handed, couldn't mark the ball. Hand pass comes out to Mark Roberts. Neagle again. Well, Carroll it is. Carroll up towards the centre half forward position. Kappa goes for a knock on. Egan there for Footscray. Can't take the ball. Back to Tony Morwood. He missed the hand pass. Kennedy right on the goal line. Gives it over to Hardy. That's position number 3 for the Brownlow medalist of last year. Hardy's gone for a short pass. It might be out of bounds on the full. It is. And we'll see a free kick going the Swans' way to be taken by Holden. Holden from right half forward. Edmund, good mark. Playing against his old side and on the Western Oval for the first time since he left last year. And you can hear the Footscray supporters in the background with a nice round of booing.
Well, they've got short memories. Last year he was a hero whenever he took the field, and
that was last year.
That's last year. Now he's a Swan. They're giving him the raspberry.
Edmund from about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle should bring up the first score of the match. It's 1 point. And that came up at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. The Swans lead by that margin.
Now I've had time to consider the win situation, Pete. I would say that it is favouring the end that the Swans are kicking to. Waiting now on Kennedy to go back for his second chance at kicking off from that full-back position. Oh, there's a good mark taken that time by Hawkins. A good hand pass coming over to Royal. A big chance here now for the Bulldogs to go into attack. Picked up by McLean over to Cullen at centre half forward. Juggles the ball. He ran into Danaher. I noticed they got Danaher playing at centre half back. Picked up. There'll be a ball up. Danaher at centre half back and Carroll's playing at centre half forward. Well, Carroll this year's had a fantastic season. Danaher's been struggling a little bit. I still think that Carroll plays his best football in defence. Ball knocked out that time by Crow. It's kicked down there by Ironmonger. A chance for Hardy to mark again. That's his third possession. And we've only been playing just over 3 minutes.
He's shaping up for a good afternoon, isn't he?
Hardy out wide. Goes for a pass. It's a good one and marked out there by Jepp. This is Jepp on the centre wing position. A little bit heavy out there. Hand pass coming over to Wallace. Played a great game last week against the Bombers. And there's Crow getting away from Mark Roberts to take the mark about 60 metres out from goal. Quickly plays on. Oh, Beasley got one hand. He was swamped. A chance for Royal. He goes down. They pile in there like nobody's business. Tui gets a hand pass out. It's picked up by Mark Roberts. A good hand pass back. And the ball's driven away by Tui. Purser taps the ball out. Looking there for Hawkins. Coming in as Neagle right on the boundary line. Saved that beautifully. It's picked up now again by Healy. Healy sends the ball high. Getting up over the top of the pack was Edmund. A hand pass back to Hardy. That's his 4th possession. Neagle couldn't hold that. He and Hawkins having a great battle out there, and the umpire will ball it up out there on the centre wing position just over the 4-minute mark. And the scoreboard reads the Sydney Swans 1 point to the Bulldogs yet to score.
Brad Hardy 4 kicks in 1 handball so far, shaping up as the best player for the quarter. Chance for the Swans. Holden goes long towards centre half forward, trying to find Mitchell. The 2 number 10s to battle. Egan comes out with the free kick. Egan from centre half back over to Hardy. having a purple patch is the Carrot Top. Out to Royal. Hand pass wasn't quite long enough for him. Neagle on the bottom of that stack up. Ironmonger tries to affect the hand pass. Does get it ultimately into the open spaces to Carroll. Carroll out to Neagle. Ian Roberts it is. Roberts down towards the right forward pocket. At the back is Kellett. So too is Capper and Kennedy. It's out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in about 35 metres from the behind post.
Well, we've got two very strong full-backs in these two sides. We've got Kennedy, one at the ground, and Carter. Both play very tight.
Picked up by Mitchell. Goes for the hand pass to Carroll. The Swan skipper has a snapshot at goal. And he's missed it, I think. 1 point. He was only about 10 metres out too, Carroll. So 2 points. The Sydney Swans. Footscray yet to score. We've been playing 5 minutes in the first term.
Well, Footscray yet to get the ball over the 50-metre mark in their attacking zone. The Swans have been virtually into attack since the start of the quarter, just over the 5-minute mark.
Kennedy, towering punt kick. Gets it some 60 metres around the boundary line, off the hands of Cordy, but he was over the line.
Free kick, Pete.
It'll be taken by, let's see, Neagle, I think, is the nearest to it. And so he'll take the free kick. A little bit short of the right half forward flank. The former Bomber. At the back is Purser. Couldn't quite take the grab, or in fact punch it clear. And the end result of all that is a ball up about 30 to 35 metres out from the goal. But a bad crowd in attendance this afternoon. Conditions have certainly ameliorated in the last 12 or 24 hours. Knocked down by Purser, tried to get it to Kellett. Edmund got grabbed. Was it too high? Holding the ball, no. And the free kick will go Footscray's way to be taken by Kellett. It's Kellett's to take the kick. Kellett from centre half back, down towards the centre wing position. Ball knocked out of bounds again. We will once again see a boundary throw in 6.5 minutes into the first term, and no goals scored so far.
Footscray 2 points on Swans 2 points on the board, with Footscray yet to score. On Footscray's half back line, picked up by Wallace, a short kick. Coming in now is Marlin. Did he get one in the back? I thought he did, against Mark Roberts, and he'll take that free kick out of half back, just about on the point of the square. Hand pass over to Royal. Ball comes back now towards Holden. He's grabbed, picked up by Cordy. Good play on the part of Cordy. Goes for a hand pass to Wallace. Back over to Harder. He's killing him so far. He's well on top of this. Browning coming in there at half back. A hand pass back to Ian Roberts. Right on the boundary line. A danger hand pass. Well intercepted by Petraglia. Marlin back to Petraglia. He's too quick, the little fella. And what an improved player he is. Good play on the part of Ironmonger. Knocks the ball out. This is pressure football. Picked up now by Mitchell. Over it goes. Holden's got a clear go at centre field. A pass coming up. Getting up was Edmund. Couldn't hold the mark. They crashed. There could be a free kick to Edmund. He got it too high. And he'll take the free kick about 55 metres out from goal. Capper moving around pretty quickly there with Edmund, but he got him pretty well covered. There's the kick by Edmund. Ball knocked out now. Kicked off the ground. Oh, it's a goal by Mitchell. He kicked that through accidentally.
Well, it's a goal.
Unbelievable.
So Mitchell brings up the Swans' first goal. First goal of the match. It came up at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. I don't think he intended it to be a goal. Let's look at it again, Lou.
You watch it again, Pete. The ball hits the deck. He's coming through trying to pick it up. You watch that, and accidentally he's kicked it off the ground, and it's a goal, but they all count. I'm sure he wouldn't want it back into this quarter by just over 8 minutes. And it's the Swans 1 goal, 8 points to the Bulldogs yet to score. Centre bounce again. Knocked out by Purser. Going after it now is Williams. Fumble that time by Toohey. Well tackled by Steve McPherson. He said he got him in the back. And McPherson to take the free kick out there right on the Toohey, I should say, to take the free kick right on the end of the square.
Long kick by Toohey to the half-forward position for the Swans. Out comes Kellett, bounced off his chest. Umpire has found a free kick. It's going to Kellett, though, which he will take at the left half-back flank position and assisted by a 15-metre penalty. Former St Kilda player out towards left half forward, knocked away by Ironmonger, doing well in the ruck so far. Knocked away from McGuinness. Chance for Healy on centre wing, scooped out wide again. Hold it out towards Neagle. Long hand pass, and that's a good one too as the Swans go forward again through Murphy. Murphy's kicked down towards Capper and Kennedy. Neither can take the grab. And the ball over the boundary line in front of Egan. It will be a boundary throw in some 10 metres from the behind post.
Well, Kennedy not giving Kappa much latitude down there, Pete. He's staying with him all the way.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, Kappa has got the job ahead of him on one of the best fullbacks in the game. At the other end of the ground, we have Rod Carter, who gives away nothing either. Chance for Footscray to get clear. McGuinness gets tackled well. Holden gets offloaded with a good hit and shoulder bump, and it doesn't look too good at the moment. Socked away by Rance out towards the 50-metre defence line. Hawkins and Neagle having a great battle out there. Hawkins wins this duel. Ball socked away again by Jep. That's trying to find Royal. He may get there first. Picks it up brilliantly, the little Footscray rover. Gets Scragg. No free kick forthcoming for that. Hand passes back to Jep. In comes Mark Roberts, who's having a great year for the Swans. Ian Roberts gets the ball closer to the boundary line. Royal gets there first. High ball. Crow. Had a dirty day, it isn't it, Max Crow, but he has been in fair form since he came back. Browning. Ball goes for the boundary line. And taken over by Bernard Toohey. Footscray deep into attack for the first time in the match. 10.5 minutes gone first quarter. So boundary throw in. Forward pocket left for Footscray. Knocked down by Ironmonger, picked up by Stevie Wright, who's been fairly quiet so far. Healy, long ball. Purser at the back of Carroll. Carroll recovers the better. Rance beats him to it. Rance well shepherded. Around the boundary line, just about out of bounds. Good block there. In the end result, a boundary throw in on centre wing 11 minutes into the term.
Pete, if you can recall, last week they got off to a slow start. It wasn't until halfway through the second quarter they started to fire Footscray. They were up on the same vein again today. Ball coming back out now to Holden. Hand pass over to Wright. Right out there on the wing position. There's a chance for Corder to mark. He does out there at half back. The Swans 1 goal, 8 points to Footscray yet to score into this first quarter by just on 11.5 minutes. There's a go for Hawkins. He and Nagel having a great battle out there on the wing position. Punched out by Mark Roberts. Picked up by Toohey. He's in top form today too as he goes for a pass. Punched away again, that time by Kellett. Picked up here by McLean, the best player on the ground last week. Short pass and a good one. Maylan's got it. Half-forward, a long hand pass to Kellett in a bit of trouble. He's getting more trouble now as he tried to get rid of that one. There's a hard bump going in by Steve McPherson. It may have been a bit too high. And Murphy's got the free kick. A good short pass. And the ball marked by Gerard Healy, one of the most brilliant players in their lineup.
About their best player so far too.
Well, Gerard Healy gets a 15-metre penalty. This allows him to drive the ball over the half-forward line. Punched out that time by Rance. A good knockout. Once again, it's McLean. Going for a long kick, looking for McPherson. He's grabbed that one. Now he's not going to pay. He didn't pay that as Toohey goes for the boundary line. The ball is out of bounds. He said it'll be a free kick to Footscray. I think that might have been the square off. I reckon that was just about a mark. The ball back down looking for Bees at the back of the pack. He shouldn't have gone that time. He should have stayed down. Good play by Royal, but there's no one down there. McPherson coming
Fight behind the play.
Oh, there's Roberts knocked McPherson just about out right with the hand pass back there to Neagle. And it's over the old tilt himself as he drives the ball out there, Carter. And Healy's taken a great mark out there at half back. Into the quarter by just on 13 minutes. Footscray still yet to score. 1 goal, 8 points. The Swans to Footscray 0.
Hawkins to Jet. To half forward. And too long for Browning. Browning will be content to see the ball over the boundary line. And the throw-in will take place just past the 50-metre line. And coming on for the Swans is Hawk. And Mark Roberts limping off the ground.
Well, they're going to miss him, Pete. He's had a great season so far, that young fellow, and let's remember this too. He's a local boy coming all the way from Sydney to play with the Swans.
You know, I didn't see what happened to him. And as I said, he limped off and went up the race, so that's not good news. Ironmonger loses that one out. Knocked away out toward Beasley. Maylor. Beautiful turn over to McLean from 40 metres out. He could just about score. He's gone for a hand pass to McGuinness, and it wasn't a good one. Out comes Carter. McGuinness trying to beat both of them. Browning dives on top of it to smother. And that was good play by the former Swan skipper. It will be a bounce just off the boundary line. Footscray still yet to score, and we've been playing 14 minutes in the first quarter.
Their forward line not firing at all at the moment.
Breaking down across the half-forward line, actually, or half-back line. Out of bounds in front of Stevie Wright. Who's again been one of their most consistent performers this year in the matches that we've seen them in. And there has been many. Crow and Ironmonger. Picked up by Petraglia, but once again it's out of bounds, a little bit further around. So the Swans gradually working it away from the Footscray goal. Footscray, of course, have a superb record here in the last couple of years. They've only been beaten 2 or 3 times. Royal, high kick in towards the forward pocket. Beasley might have marked it, but I think it's out of bounds, and if it is, it's on the full. And so it will be a free kick to Rod Carter, we mentioned earlier, one of the most consistent fullbacks in the game. Gives away handshakes and homing pigeons, and that's about it. Carter from back pocket right. Trying to find Ironmonger. Purser was at the back, so too is Legal. Juggles it, gets pushed in the back. He'll take the free kick at the right back flank and decides to go on with it. That wasn't too sensible move. He might lose it. Ironmonger throws a Footscray player to the ground. He has lost it. Pretty silly stuff. Hawkins to take the free kick for Footscray. The runner should be coming out the Merv Neagle very quickly. It might result in a goal ultimately. Socked away by Crow. Crow at the forward pocket, just can't quite pick it up. It's out of bounds. And we'll see a boundary throw in about 15 metres from the goal.
Just over the 15.5-minute mark, and Footscray yet to score a goal, or yet to score 1 goal, 8 points to Swans, with the Bulldogs 0 on the board. A stack up here about 35 metres out from the Footscray goal. Forward line not functioning too well at this present stage of the match, but that's how it happened last week. They finally came home pretty strongly against Essendon to win that game convincingly. Well, Crow got up before acceptances. Danaher ducks his head, runs right into McGuinness. The umpire said it'll be a free kick. I thought he ducked his head there, he deserved that, but he's got the free kick. Short pass, mark taken here by Hawke. Runs to centre half back, lets it fly up towards centre half forward, punched out by Kellett. Knocked on by Rance. Going through is Williams. He's got a break here to drive the ball deep into attack. Coming out is Scapper in front of Kennedy. Goes down. He's got a chance to recover. Got a bad hand pass out. Picked up by Egan. He slipped. Over it goes to Hart. He's had a slashing first quarter. I think that's about his 6th possession. And there's a good mark taken by Purser out there on the centre wing position. That ball seems to follow Hardy. There's no doubt about that. Hardy again. Look at him beating these guys. Back it goes to Purser. Purser drives the ball long. Looking there for McPherson. Picked it up on the half volley that time. It's a kick across towards centre half floor, but there's Roberts. Knocks that one to the ground, but well tackled by McGuinness. The umpire called play on. There we see Holden run into trouble, but the ball finally cleared away by Murphy, and Williams will take the mark down towards centre half back. Quick hand pass over to right. Ball out towards the half forward line. Carroll in the front position away from Rance. Beat him pretty easily as he goes for the long kick, looking for a capper again. But there's Kennedy, got into his back. Then a free kick picked up by Egan. He swung around the neck, and he'll get. No, he didn't pay that free. I thought he was slung around the neck there.
Well, there was one to capper, as you said, though. He was pushed in the back, so a couple missed there. Like there, that was that one.
Oh, that's
that one.
How about that?
So Mitchell could have got one as well.
So it'll be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Swans' goal. Knocked out by Purser. Down goes Hardy. Capper with a shot at goal, but Capper's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So the Swans will move. It'll be a free to Hardy. I think this is about his 7th or 8th, 8th possession, isn't it?
7 kicks and 2 handballs.
Well, that's not
Hardy so far.
Not a bad performance in the first quarter. McLean's been a pretty good player too. But their forward line is non-existent at the moment, Footscray's. The big fella dropped that Ironmonger. Well backed up by Danaher out there on the centre wing position. Goes for a pass. But Purser, I would say he's playing a better game than Ironmonger. He's got the ball out there at half back. 18.5 minutes gone of this. He's gone right across goals to Hardy for his 10th possession. He's at the 50-metre mark in the defence line. Goes for a long kick out wide to the member side of the ground on the wing position. Kicked off the ground by Kellett up towards half forward. Coming out to meet it is Browning. Oh, this gave Kellett another go off the ground. It's down towards the forward pocket, but there's no one there to help Beasley. Smothered by Carter. Picked up by Roberts, and the ball is driven back there towards the half-back line. And nearly a mark that time to Edmund. Malin gets the ball out to McPherson. Down he goes. Picked up by McGuinness. A smart turn as the ball goes up there towards the forward pocket, but there's no one there. Bad bounce for Carter. Picked up by Danaher. Robert, but a bad kick and a mark taken here by Graham about 60 metres out from goal for Footscray.
Nailed it right half forward flank. Long way from goal. gone for the long kick. Ironmonger thumps the ball over the boundary line, and the throw will take place about 20 metres from the behind post. Been a good duel so far between Ironmonger and Purser. Probably Purser has done more around the ground than his Swans counterpart. 8 points the difference in favour of the Sydney team, though. Too long for Ironmonger. That boundary throw in. Danaher paddles the ball forward. Holden tries to pick it up. McGuinness has better success. Almost got leg. Steve McPherson looks for a pass. Not a well-directed one, but it does find Hawkins ultimately. Carter can't catch him. Neither can Nagel. Snapshot for goal. Should be Footscray's first score, and it's a goal. Great goal by Hawkins. So Footscray come to within 2 points of the Swans. 1 goal. Sydney 1-2, 8 points at the Western Oval.
That was good play on the part of Hawkins that time. To see McPherson get it out. The hand or the kick wasn't the greatest in the world, but it bounces okay for Hawkins on the second go. And that's a beautiful left foot snap at goal by the brilliant wing player for Footscray, and their first score for the match, and that came at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter.
For a long time, Footscray's first goal. 2 points the difference as Ironmonger knocks the Swans further forward. Williams' hand pass is taken by Barry Mitchell. Mitchell from half forward will look for Capper. He's playing in front of Kennedy. Capper has to try to knock it away. Not successful. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going Footscray's way.
On the shoulder of Kennedy, Pete.
Wallace marks in front of Stevie Wright. The 50-metre defence line, short pass to Hawkins, who takes it just inside the line. A good duel between he and Nagel so far. Well, as I reckon, about even. Hawkins' kick up towards centre wing. Big pack of players out there. Holden goes through solidly with a good hip and shoulder, but Traglia dispossessed. Danaher's kick or pass wasn't a good one. Actually went into a pack of players. Finally picked up by Petraglia. Petraglia down towards the centre wing position. Out comes Steve McPherson. Looks for the hand pass to Crow. Crow from inside the square goes long, looking for Beasley. Nudges Carter. He's got the mark.
Gave him a nudge.
He's gone for a hand pass. Here's another goal coming up the Royal. Couldn't miss from there. Good play by Footscray with their forward line finally working, and the Bulldogs hit the front for the first time. 2 straight, 12 points. The Swans 1-2-8.
Well, the Bulldogs could have been a little bit lucky that time, but there was no doubt that Beasley gave Carter a little bit of a nudge, but the umpire didn't take much notice that enough to stop him in his tracks, and quick thinking on the part of the Bulldog full forward. There's the mark. He certainly gave him a nudge. Now watch the quick hand pass, and backing out beautifully as Royal to kick an easy goal.
Royal and Hawkins, the goal kickers for Footscray. Mitchell, the only goal kicker for the Swans, and that was off the ground. Seven's big lead from the Western Oval, 22.25 minutes into the first quarter. Footscray lead by 4 points.
4 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs. Ball driven up there by Jepp over their half-forward line. Punched on by Royal, knocked away by Danaher. Going in as Browning, they bounce on top of him. He's got a push in the back, and he'll take the free kick at the 50-metre mark on the Swans' defensive line. Well, a pretty good crowd here today, round about the 25,000 mark, I would say. The ball back to centre field. Ball hits the deck. Purser, he's the top ruckman at the moment, gets it out wide. Chance for McPherson, couldn't grab it, but picked it up on the second hop. Hooks the ball back. Chance for Royal. He's in a bit of trouble here. He's got one a bit high. The umpire said yes, it'll be a free kick on the shoulder. So Royal at the 60-metre mark. A hand pass coming over now to McLean. McLean drives the ball up there towards the full forward position. Nearly a mark to Crow. A ripper. He's going to play that one for sure. That was a great bit of juggling on the part of Crow, and he's got the mark. Only about 5 metres out from goal on a bit of an angle. Watch that again. He had to work for that desperately that time, Crow. He's grabbed it.
Crow was one of the few players that really didn't fire for Footscray against Essendon.
That's right, Pete. Waiting on the Bulldogs' third goal coming up now. He's kicked it. So it's Footscray looking good again. 3 straight shots for goal, 18 points. And the Sydney Swans 1 goal, 8 points. And we're at or just on the 23.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Footscray looking a lot better now, Pete.
They are looking a lot better. It took them some 20 minutes to get their first score on the board. McLean. And this is the juggling act of the afternoon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 grabs before Max Crow has finally paid the mark. Crow, Hawkins and Royal, the goal kickers for Footscray. 10 points the difference. Ironmonger doing well at the bounces. 24 minutes into the term. The Swans go forward again. Williams soccers the ball further forward up to their 50-metre line. Edmund out to Hawk. A lovely balk to get around Kerrett. The shot at goal is long. Capper and Kennedy backing up well as Cordy. Capper again. Academy Award performance and no free kick there. Stevie Wright tries to get clear, does so ultimately. Snapshot for goal. And Murphy is off target. Might be a point. It is. So a long time between scoring for the Swans. Footscray doing most of it in the last 10 minutes.
Footscray's defence is very tight at the moment.
And the book was out there. I didn't see who got booked because I was looking at the scores. Don't know what happened there. Might have been a time-wasting charge.
Could have been against Healy for wasting time. Threw the ball into the crowd. I think that's a bit petty, just the same.
Well, all those time-wasting charges are petty.
Well, that's a $500 fine which the club will play, so what's he worried about?
Kennedy brings the ball back into play.
Dr. Effaselli's grand piano to get the money for them.
A couple of keys. Royal. Murphy. Malin. Wins out over to Wallace. On to McLean at centre field. And that centre of the ground was not too bad either. McLean goes long. Beasley, has he got the mark in front of Carter? I think so.
That's a great mark, Peter, by Simon Beasley. A great mark because Carter was right on his tail, putting tremendous pressure on him. You watch that now. He's really on his tail. He fell on his back until he squashed him into the ground. And there's no doubt about Simon Beasley. He's got a bit of talent, hasn't he?
More than a bit. 99 VFL games, and it might be his first goal on that 99th. 55 metres from goal now, coming to the line. That's pretty good. That's a goal. Never looked like missing. Beasley's first and Footscray's fourth, and the Bulldogs looking pretty good at the moment in the first quarter after a slow start. 4 straight to 1-3 at the Western Oval. Goal kickers are Crow, Hawkins, Royal, and now Beasley. That one from 45 metres out. It went through more than post height. Excellent kick from Beasley following an equally good mark. So the Swans looking a little bit bedraggled at the moment. Their only goal kicked by Barry Mitchell, and that indeed was somewhat of an accident off the ground. 26.5 minutes have got in the first quarter. 24 plays 9. That was Beasley's first goal.
Centre bounce again. The Bulldogs are hot. Chance now for Mitchell to pick it up. A hand pass to Browning. He's put off balance but still gets his kick down towards the half-forward line. It's going for the boundary line. This will be close and it's out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Swans goal. They started off pretty well for the first 10 or 15 minutes, but I must admit they did get a lucky goal kicked through by Mitchell. But the Bulldogs have bounced back. Purser doing well in the ruck. Royals kick is smothered by Williams. Down goes Malin. He's got no hope of getting out of that crowd there, and they'll ball it up. Still about 65 metres out from the Swans goal. It's Footscray, 4 goals straight, 24 points. That's the sort of kicking that wins matches. 1 goal, 3-9 points, the Sydney Swans. There's a go for Mitchell again. He's grabbed. So is Hall. It'll be dropping the ball. Well, I would have let that go. I think that was a bit severe on Hall. It was knocked out of his hand. Anyway, the free kick to go to Egan. And it's good to see Egan playing back with the Bulldogs because he's been certainly hindered by injury over the last few years, Peter. Oh, there we see Big Ironmonger give Royal one to go on with.
He missed him.
Well, I think he might have just clipped him a little bit, but didn't worry the little fella because most rovers are pretty strong when it comes to the point of the chin.
Or around the mouth area too.
Around the mouth area too. Picked up that time by Tui. He falls to the ground. He got one on the back. And the umpire will play the free kick. Footscray looking good at the 28 or just on the 28.5-minute mark of this first quarter. 24 points, plays 9. So Tui out there on that edge of the square. Down towards the half-forward line, but a good distance out from goal. The kick falls short of the 50-metre line. Knocked down to right. He's in trouble. He's grabbed. Is that hole in the man? The umpire didn't think so. Wright tried to get it out. Down goes Mitchell. They're applying plenty of pressure to the Bulldogs. They're really going in pretty hard down there in defence. And the umpire's found a free kick this time. It'll go to Murphy. And this fella can turn on a pretty good game every now and again. A quick hand pass coming over to Browning. Looking there for Capper. He's swamped by plenty of players. The ball pushed out by Cordy. Grabbed by Malin. And Footscray take the ball away from the danger line. Out past their 50-metre defence line. It's Hawker and Neagle having a battle. It'll be out of bounds. Hawkins screaming out there for a free kick, but he was staging. Knocked out by Kellett. Fresh air shot by Jeff. He's got time to recover. Bursa bubbled that one, but knocked it right in the hands of Wright. Back to Williams. A long kick up towards Capper and Kennedy again. Oh, great mark after giving Capper one on the back. It was a good mark, and this fella's having a tremendous trot at the moment. Played a superb game last week. Let's watch that again. Gave him a nudge, but there's the Sarah to win the first quarter. And Footscray bouncing out of it pretty well. 4 straight shots for goal, 24 with the Sydney Swans. 1 goal, 3-9 points.